What's going on, everybody? Rob here. Today we are making roost for the chickens. I've been lying to them the past 3 days that I was gonna make them a bigger roost. We got the introductory ones, but they no longer stand on those. They stand on top of the heater, so I don't want them doing that. So I'm just grabbing some scrap wood, and I'm gonna make the roost like 6 inches off the ground right now. 6 inches off the ground, and I'm gonna do two different ones. I'm gonna do it this length right here. Well, that's almost the same thing. This is a little bit wider, so I'll probably use this as the roost, because chickens aren't like parrots. They don't grab on, they sit flat and they kind of rest down. So I'm gonna do the flatter one right here, and then I gotta sand it down because they're still small and fragile, so you don't want them to get a splinter, and then they get a splinter in their foot and then you already have a problem. So I'm gonna start cutting these down. It's gonna be 6 inches off the ground, so I'm gonna use this for the riser. I'm gonna put this as a base and this as a roost. So let me try to figure this out in my brain. All right, so these are gonna be the risers. I need two 6-inch risers. They're gonna have to be sanded down and everything. You don't want them to get splinters. So this is gonna be two. I'm gonna make two of these. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll go government standards. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand these down right now. But then, so on the bottom of it, I'm gonna have feet that come out like this to hold it up. And then the roost is gonna be on the other side, and it's gonna be long ways. So the feet are gonna hold it up, right? And then the roost is gonna be long ways across the top. Now this isn't what they're gonna be standing on. This is gonna be the up and downs. Now the feet right here are gonna be 6 inches also. So the feet are gonna be 6 inches. Now you see where I'm going with this? So this is going to be the feet that holds it so it don't rock over, and then the roost is coming to come long ways this way. Alright, since this is so thin, I'm going to drill them out first because you don't want to crack them. So I bought the drill bits for my impact gun, and you want to drill them out right in the center, kind of government standard center, and then you're going to drill it out. And then I got 1 5/8 drywall screws that I'm using. Just like that. Now that's gonna be the leg of the roost right. Aha! See where I'm coming with that? So now I gotta make the long piece that goes across the top of them right here, and then it'll hold it in place so they could roost. Okay, so apparently my sound went out right here on this one, and what I'm doing is I'm cutting the roost. I'm trying to measure it, and I'm gonna sand it down after I cut it. How about that? So this is what their feet is going to be on right here. So I'm going to sand this down really good. Alright, so this will probably be easier right on the ground. Measure them up, make sure they're straight, drill, and then the other side right here. I actually have a drill that I normally don't switch back and forth, but I was using the drill on another project. there's my baby's first chicken roost. Alright, hello ladies. I got your roost like I promised. See how they're just sitting there relaxing? I'll probably put these through the top over here. See, now the other ones they have are so small, and so you see how they sit there with their legs underneath them? So these are completely underground. So these are too small. This one's too small for them. This one I'm gonna flip upside down. It's supposed to be like a rocking thing, right? So now this is a roost that they can roost on. Here's another roost that they could roost on. So this one I'm probably gonna put right there so they could sit on that one. And then I got another one over here that I'm gonna put on the other side over there. Now here's the thing with this heater. What I'm noticing with the heater is because they've been roosting on the heater, so when they jiggle the heater, it actually goes down a little bit, right? But they do love this heater. So the other roost, I'm gonna put probably back here. Come on, chickens. So this right here, I sit in the back and some of them sit in there. So this heat plate is pretty hot. So they're underneath the roost over there, so I'm gonna see if we can get some pictures of them or images of them jumping up on the roost. Looking how big they are, I hope I made the legs wide enough. If I come in and the roost is laid over, I just gotta take the bottom legs off and make it wider. That I did 7 inches wide. And these I did 6 inches wide, but you see they like the littler one, so maybe I should have made a 3-inch one first. Okay, so maybe if I put that roost, that they're roosting them, close to that roost over there, they could hop up. That's what I'm gonna try. Ta-da-da! Went right on the roost. That's how they're supposed to be. Now they're all going to be going up there. Trying to see. So this roost will probably hold 2 birds. That one may be able to hold 3 birds. Yeah, so she's standing on top of the heater. Wide legs. So I'm going to take this one out, and then I'm going to go ahead and make the legs wider. Okay, so I got some pictures on the phone. I got to transfer them over of them. 2 of them, the 2 Leghorns, were actually on this perch right here. And so the measurements I would go with, I went 6 inches on the risers. That's one that's 12 inch and one that's 14 inch across. But on the feet, I actually went 8 inches because that first time I went 6 inches on the feet. And 2 of them were sitting on it okay, but one jumped off and it rocked a little bit. So I went 8 inches on the feet, on the bottom of them. 6 inches high, 8 inches on the feet. One's 12 and one's 14 inch cross. So they're more curious about the feet. But the 2 white ones, I got pictures, were sitting on the top, the 2 Leghorns. All right, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.